What's happening, guys? Kenny here again, and today I've got kind of a quick one. I just wanted to follow up and talk about these Monkey Men Aftermarket thumb studs that I have here for my Benchmades. I just want to follow up about these. I haven't really talked about them much. Haven't talked about my experience with them or the company. So I really wanted to follow up with that and talk about it, especially because I think I might be selling these two knives. If someone's interested, let me know. I think this one might be spoken for. I'll kind of get to that. But yeah, so getting right into it today. First things first, if you guys don't know who Monkey Men Company is, monkeymenco.com is the website. They are on Instagram, and that's actually how I found out about them. Mostly, I think they sell everything on Instagram, but that's where I found them. And I saw one of these studs, and I got kind of intrigued by it and ended up DMing the guy, seeing which one I could get, which one would fit my Nakamura and stuff like that. And he ended up like being super helpful. I think it's the owner. I think it's just one guy, guys. I don't think it's like an actual company with many different facets. I think it's just one guy working out of his garage making all these parts. I'm not sure though. I do know that he's in Canada, although I'm not sure which province. But yeah, all I know is that in talking to them, they were quick to respond. They were super helpful, and it was just, they went above and beyond to get me the products that I needed. So yeah, I just want to be super thankful for that. Give them a big shout out for that. That was really nice. And then also, I want to talk about these. So first things first, this is I believe it's the Jumbo Blackout is what this one's called. You can do this either way. You can put this on this side, I believe, is the way that it shows. I ended up putting this on that side just because I liked the smaller stud on the show side. It doesn't block out the Benchmade symbol and stuff, so I like that a little better. And with that big one on the back side, you can really Spidey flick it out so easily. Deployment is a joy with this Jumbo thumb stud. I'm not sure what material it is. I think it's just steel. They have brass and copper ones as well. They're really cool, guys. I like a lot of the stuff they have. This was bigger than I thought it was going to be. And it originally was going to go on the Nakamura, but it was just too big. And it also didn't fit the hole. This was a little larger than the hole in the Nakamura. So, yeah. But it fits on this full-size Griptilian really well. And it looks great with the black scales. So, really enjoy this. One thing to keep in mind with this stud is that it does take up even more space out of the cutting edge. So if that's something you're like worried about on maybe a shorter blade, you wouldn't want to necessarily eat up some cutting edge with such a big thumb stud. Although it's really not taking up that much more space. You know, maybe 16th, maybe 3/32 or something, more than your average thumb stud from Benchmade. So that's something to keep in mind, but not something that bothered me. But as far as deployment, you can see, guys, I mean, you really just put your finger back there and fling it because you got so much purchase. And this grip they have on here, it's not like something that's gonna chafe, but it's just nice and grippy. It's not sharp, but it has grip and grit to it. So it's really nice. And then as far as in the pocket, it doesn't really affect it much, except for, I'm going to put this on the screen right now. There is something about this stud that I noticed that is really nice. And it almost essentially makes a Emerson wave with the way that sticks out. When you're pulling this out of the corner of your pocket, it actually grabs the edge of that and opens the knife. So I'm gonna put in a clip of me actually doing that right now, and you guys will see that it actually functions pretty well. I mean, you can also take it out without, using that, of course. And the way to do that would be to just take it and just kind of lift it like that and pull out, just so that this doesn't grab in the corner of the pocket. It's actually fairly easy to not deploy it, but if you wanted to, all you got to do is kind of keep it in the bottom of the seam. Instead of like pulling it straight out, you almost just like lean it on the seam and pull out. And actually, this is why I might pass this knife along, is because one of my good friends comes into my work all the time. He has an Instagram channel. You hear me shout him out every now and then. But John Freeman, he's also an EMT. And at his work, he was asking me what knife should he get, and I said, hey, I got something in my car that might work for you. And this was in my truck, and I gave it to him, and I told him about that feature. And he wanted something with an Emerson wave. And when he brought it back to me, he was like, dude, that works perfectly. It actually does work just like an Emerson wave. I said, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I didn't expect it, but it actually works pretty good. So something to keep in mind if you're looking at these. I'm not sure if it would work if this was on the other side. I don't think it would stick out enough to grip as much. But yeah, just a nice touch on those. I don't know if it was necessarily meant to be that way, but all I know is it ended up being like that. So yeah. And then moving forward, I'll talk about this. This is the Aerospace, one of the Aerospaces. I know they have some different Aerospace thumb studs. This is one of them. And you guys can see that is just really cool looking. Really gives it a nice touch. Takes up slightly more space than your average Benchmade thumb stud, but the one that comes on it, the stock. But it's not that bad where I'm going to notice that in my cutting or anything like that. But I will say that, man, in deployment, the purchase you get on these, on these little corners right here, and then the size of it, you just can't miss it. And what I did is I added this, they have like a little, it's almost like a, just a washer that goes in between there if you'd like. It's kind of like an accent washer. But what I like about it is it adds a little bit of height on that back screw, and you can still middle finger flick it. I can still get enough purchase on the back there to, I can't just go straight out. I kind of have to put a little bit of pressure up, to get it to disengage. But once you get that, it's just really easy to go ahead and fling it out. So it's a really nice thumb stud. And I think if you guys are looking for something to, maybe just like make your knife a little bit more personal, just customize it a little bit. I also got these pocket clip screws that are nice, like just cool touch. These are titanium as well, so if I wanted to anodize them, I could. But yeah, just a really nice touch. Yeah, super stoked with their product. Really happy with the customer service I got, and just wanted to give you guys that quick update on how this stuff went. And if you guys are looking for something to customize your knife, just something subtle that's relatively cheap and you can make your knife yours, I definitely highly suggest Monkey Men. Go check out their Instagram. Go check out their website. It's monkeymenco.com. And yeah, check them out. They're really, great customer service, really nice product. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.